Hello, FBC Salinas. This is Pastor John coming to you with another edition of the Midweek Refresher video, where I desire to do two things. Number one, provide you some information, and number two, provide you some inspiration in the middle of your week. Certainly hope your week is going well. I know I say that every single week, but I sincerely mean that. And if not, may this video serve as a great reminder that our God is with us, that He wants to take care of us, and that He will not fail us. So let's get right into it, shall we? Really, the main bit of information concerns this upcoming Saturday. We have the men's ministry hosting a breakfast for those of you who would love to volunteer for Streets of Bethlehem. So it starts at 8 o'clock here at the church. We hope you can join us. We're going to talk a little bit about the history of what's happened with Streets over the years, and we rejoice in the good things that have happened, and we would love to have you there. And so to enjoy some food with one another and enjoy fellowship with one another, and then also be reminded of why we do this and the significant life change that happens in many people's lives because of Streets of Bethlehem and the way God works through this wonderful event that we do every single year. So please join us this Saturday at 8 a.m. here at the church, and we will have some great food, some great time together, and we will be reminded once again of how great our wonderful God is. So that's really the main bit of information that I needed to give you. The second now is this, as far as inspiration goes. A number of months ago, and I can't remember exactly how many months ago, but I received I got a gift. It was a gift card, and I decided to use that gift card to purchase an Apple Watch. Now, if you know me very well, you know that technology and I don't really see eye to eye at times. And so I got this Apple Watch, and since I've been using it, it's a remarkable thing. I'm blown away at all the different things that the Apple Watch can do. But what hit me was how often my Apple Watch reminds me of, hey, you need to get up and do this, you need to get up and do that. And what hit me was how is it that I'm so responsive to my Apple Watch, and yet when God seems to be prompting me at times, it's sort of like I give Him a little bit of, I'm not too sure about this. And I also find in my life, and perhaps you find this too, that there are times when you have questions, you're in the midst of confusion, you're wondering, well, God, will you lead me here? And God goes and he leads us, but yet we have this hesitancy to really be responsive to Him. And it really strikes me that I can look at my watch, find out what time it is. I can find out on this watch my heart rate. I can find out on my watch my blood oxygen level. I can find out all these different things if I have a text that I need to respond to, all on this little watch here. And yet, God communicates to us in a much more profound way, doesn't He? He communicates to us in a way that is life-altering, is always for our good, it's always for our benefit. And yet, so oftentimes, we'll pay more attention to a piece of technology than we will to that voice of God, the way He prompts us, and the various things that are going on in life, and the different noises out there. His voice tends to penetrate through that noise and say, hey, I'm right here. And one of the passages that came to mind as I was thinking about my watch and about paying attention to God's voice is this passage that is found in Isaiah chapter 30, and we're going to start at verse 19. He says this, let's start at verse 18. Listen to this. Yet Yahweh longs to be gracious to you. Therefore he will rise up to show you compassion. For Yahweh is a God of justice. Blessed are all who wait for Him. People of Zion, you who live in Jerusalem, you will weep no more. How gracious He will be when you cry for help. As soon as He hears, He will answer you. We have a God that hears us, and when we cry out to Him, He answers us. And I don't know what those answers look like sometimes, but yet more often than not, you can't help but say, wow, God is answering here. He's given me comfort in the midst of my grief. He's given me direction in the midst of my confusion. He's given me peace in the midst of my turmoil. He's providing some friends to come alongside me to give me the strength to keep going. We ask for help, and he responds. Come to verse 20. Although the Lord gives you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, your teachers will be hidden no more. With your own eyes you will see them. And listen to verse 21. Whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, "This is the way, walk in it." It's my prayer for all of us as we enter into this Advent season here in the next couple weeks, that we will pay attention to God's leading through this time, that we will not only understand better who he is, but that we will then walk in it. I'm grateful for my Apple Watch. I really am. It's a fantastic piece of technology that has helped me in so many different ways. Yet I have to tell you this, I'm far more grateful that we have a God who reaches out to us, that we have a God who says, walk in this way, for I am with you. May we not forget that. And in the midst of your week, in the midst of all that's going on in your life, may you take great comfort in the fact that God hears us when we cry out for help. And he's there to do an amazing thing in the midst of all that's happening. I love you. I'm praying for you. I'm grateful for you. And I certainly hope you have a great rest of the week. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.